Tell me something. How long have you been waiting? Waiting for the right time, the right mood, the right situation, the right version of yourself to finally show up? A week, a month, a year, maybe longer. And somewhere deep inside, you already know the truth. You have always known it. The right moment is not coming. It already passed, and you were waiting while it left. His name was Rayan, 24 years old, bright mind, warm heart, the kind of person everyone around him believed in, except himself. He wanted to start his own small business. Nothing big, just something of his own, a small dream he had carried since he was 17. But every time he sat down to begin, something stopped him. The timing isn't right. When he was in college, he said after graduation. When he graduated, he said after he gets a job. When he got the job, he said after he saves enough money. When he saved enough, he said after things settled down. After. 7 years passed like water through open fingers, and Rayan was still sitting, still waiting, still telling himself, soon, just not today. One evening, Rayan was at a small family gathering. His uncle, a quiet old man named Bashir, someone who had lived a full and simple life, sat beside him in the corner. Uncle Bashir never spoke much, but when he did, people listened. He looked at Rayan for a long moment, then asked gently, "How is your dream going? The business you always talked about?" Rayan smiled nervously. "I'm planning it, Chachu, just waiting for the right time." Uncle Bashir nodded slowly, did not reply immediately. Then he said something that cracked something open inside Rayan. "Beta, I said the same thing once. I was 25, then 30, then 45. Then one morning I woke up and I was 68, and the right time had never come." Rayan felt his chest tighten. The right time doesn't arrive, Rayan. It is made. From wrong times, from incomplete moments, from shaky, uncertain, imperfect days. The old man looked down at his own hands, wrinkled, worn, full of a life fully lived, but with one quiet regret sitting behind his eyes. Don't let your hands grow old waiting. Rayan could not speak. He just stared at his own hands, young, capable, still full of time. But for how long? That night, Rayan could not sleep. He lay in the dark, staring at the ceiling. His mind kept going back to his uncle's hands. Old hands, gentle hands, hands that had worked hard but had never touched the one thing they most wanted to build. He got up, walked to his small desk, opened his laptop. The old document was still there, untouched for 2 years. His business plan, half written, half dreamed. He sat down and opened it. And for the first time, he did not think about whether the timing was right. He just read. Then he read again. And slowly, something shifted. He realized the plan wasn't as incomplete as he thought. It was actually good. It had gaps, yes, it needed work, but it was real. It was something. He had been waiting for a perfect plan before starting, but the plan had been waiting for him to become perfect before it could become perfect. That is the cruel trick waiting plays with us. It whispers, get everything ready first, but nothing ever gets ready by being left alone. A seed does not grow inside the packet. It grows only when you put it in the ground, messy, uncertain, imperfect days and all. Rayan opened the new page in his notebook. At the top, he wrote one line, "I am not waiting anymore." Not a grand declaration, not a dramatic moment, just a quiet decision made in a silent room at 2 in the morning. He wrote down the first 3 steps he could take. Small steps, uncomfortable steps, steps that did not require the timing to be perfect, just his willingness to move. And as he wrote, something strange happened. The fear did not disappear, but it became smaller. Because action has that power. The moment you move, even 1 inch, the paralysis loses its grip on you. The waiting loses its voice. He thought about all the moments he called not the right time. The day he almost called that first supplier but didn't. The week he almost registered his business name but stopped because he convinced himself he needed more research first. Each of those moments, as imperfect as they were, had been the right moment. He had just been too afraid to call them that. Here's the truth nobody says out loud. There is no right moment. There has never been a right moment in the history of anything great that was ever built. Every business that exists today was started on a wrong day, when the money was not enough, the plan was not complete, the confidence was not there. Every dream that came true was once started in the middle of uncertainty, not after it cleared. The right moment is a story we tell ourselves to protect us from the fear of beginning. And it works. It protects us beautifully. It keeps us safe, comfortable, waiting, while time, which answers to no one, keeps moving. You will never feel fully ready. That feeling is not a signal to wait. That feeling is the exact feeling every person who ever built something meaningful had to walk through, not around. The moment you are in right now, this imperfect, unfinished, uncertain moment, this is it. This is the right moment. It always was. Rayan registered his business 3 weeks later. Not because everything was perfect. The money was tight, the plan had holes, the timing was honestly terrible by any measure. But his uncle's hand stayed in his mind, and he refused, quietly, firmly, to let his own hands grow old waiting for a day that was never going to announce itself. 6 months later, his small business made its first sale. It was not a big number. It was not a life-changing moment by any measure, but he cried anyway. Not because of the money, because of what it meant. It meant he had finally stopped waiting, and the moment he stopped waiting, the right moment finally arrived. Stop waiting for the right moment. You are already in it. You have always been in it. If this story moved something inside you, like, share, and subscribe. A new story every week for the ones who are still waiting to begin.